Good afternoon. This is HorseRacingNation.com handicapper Jarrod Horak, and this is the video feature race of the week for Saturday, August 23rd. It's going to be the 12th race from Saratoga, the Grade 1 Travers. 3-year-olds, and they're going to be traveling 10 furlongs on the main track, and we're going to have a 10-horse field. And before we break down the field, let's talk about some of the key prep races for the Travers. The Jim Dandy is certainly a key prep for the Travers. It is the local prep race. 8 of the last 12 Travers winners competed in the Jim Dandy, including the last 4. Now, a negative prep race for the Travers has turned out to be the Haskell. Now, Point Given, a 3-year-old that I really liked, he did win the Haskell and the Travers in 2001, and Summerbird pulled the same feat in 2012. But they're the only 2 recent ones. Now, from 2002 to 2013, horses that ran in the Haskell, 21 horses from the Haskell came back and ran in the Travers. Only 1 win, 2 seconds, and 2/3. 16 of those 21 horses went off at 9-1 or less. So we had some nice 3-year-olds running in those races, and we've had 5 beaten favorites. So 5 horses of those Haskell horses, they were the favorite in the Travers, and they weren't able to get the job done. Now we've had horses like Verrazano last year. He was the runaway winner in the Haskell. He was the beaten favorite in the Travers. Nonios, Shackelford, Super Saver, Bluegrass Cat, Peace Rules, Sky Mesa. So there's some nice quality 3-year-olds that have not been able to get it done. And we have the morning line favorite Bayern as trying to pull that feat this year. Now let's go through the 10 entrants. Number 1, Commanding Curve, 15-1 morning line. He's only 1 for 9 lifetime. He's 0 for 5 in the graded ranks. He finished 4th in the Jim Dandy. He doesn't have any speed. There's not a ton of speed on paper. He looks up against it from the pace standpoint and probably needs a little bit of an easier spot. Your morning line favorite Bayern, we mentioned a lot going against him from a historical perspective. He ran away with the Woody Stevens. He was 9-1 that day, and then he ran away with the Haskell at 9-2. But now he's not going to offer any value. He really does remind me of Verrazano the most. Verrazano ran away with the Pegasus, and he ran away with the Haskell. Then he came here to Saratoga as the big favorite, and he just wasn't able to get the job done. He had a similar running style. He was also an unraced 2-year-old, just like Bayern. A lot of similarities. But Bayern's very one-dimensional. He has to go to the front. So a little bit suspect on stamina. He's not going to offer much value. And 2 of those beaten favorites that we mentioned that ran in the Haskell and the Travers, Bob Baffert trained them. A Coil was one of those. I think Roman Ruler was the other one. So Baffert's had 2 of his horses that come out of the Haskell trying to win the Travers, and they both lost as the favorite. So I think Bayern's worth trying to beat here. The 3 charge now, 15-1 morning line. I think if you're playing trifectas, superfectas, he's one you could use. Good pedigree. Tis Now, AP Indy, trainer Bill Mott. Likes a fast dirt track, 3 starts with 2 wins and a second. He was 2nd in the Curlin Stakes at 9 furlongs. He's got some running style versatility. I wouldn't be surprised if he finished 3rd or 4th. He's got that ability. So does number 4, VE Day at 15-1 morning line. James Jerkins trains this one. He also trains one of your favorites in here, Wicked Strong. This one's 3 straight wins, including the Curlin Stakes where he beat Charge Now. Good barn, going to be coming from off the pace. Again, he's another one that has a decent shot at a minor award. Viva Majorca, the 5, 20-1 morning line. He was 4th in the Curlin, seems up against it. That was his first start around 2 turns. Does have a promising 2-turn pedigree, but this is a tough spot. And I think that he is up against it from a class standpoint. Your 6, Tonalist, he looks like a solid contender here. He did win the Peter Pan and the Belmont Stakes. Then they gave him a rest. They ran him in the Jim Dandy. It was an obvious prep. I don't really think they cared if they won that race. They just wanted to get a good race under their belt. They were able to do that. He's got that running style versatility. He's going to be close throughout. The big thing with the 3 favorites here, you have Bayern, you have Tonalist, you have Wicked Strong. Tonalist and Wicked Strong have running style versatility, and they have more stamina than Bayern. So I think they can stick close to him and make a run out of him a little bit earlier than they would normally do, because I think they have more stamina, and they're probably not afraid to do that. Especially Tonalist. He won the 12 furlong Belmont Stakes, so he can run all day. He's your likely 2nd choice. I was torn between Tonalist and Wicked Strong as my top choice, but I want to go with number 7, Wicked Strong, as my top choice. Just based on value, I think he's going to offer a little more value. Bayern will be your favorite. I think Tonalist, the Belmont Stakes winner, is going to be your 2nd choice. And I think Wicked Strong is going to slip in there as your 3rd choice. They put blinkers on in the Jim Dandy. that made all the difference. He was from earlier in his career, he relied on pace. He needed pace help to get the job done, and when he got it, he was able to run well. He didn't do well at Gulfstream over the winter, but that's because that was a speed favoring track. He got away from that. He won the Wood Memorial. He finished 4th in the Belmont. He finished 4th in the Kentucky Derby as well. And then last time they put blinkers on in the Jim Dandy, showed much improved early interest, and he was able to beat Tonalist pretty easily. But I don't think there's much separating those two. They're both going to be in the hunt throughout here, and Wicked Strong will be my top choice. The 8 Kid Cruz, 12-1 morning line. He was 3rd in the Jim Dandy. He's a solid horse, but I just think that this is his 3rd race since the Belmont. He's had a lot of starts, and the key to him is when he stepped up to face really good company, he just seems to be a cut below. So I just think he's not quite as good as these, but he does have some quality. The 9 Ulan Batur, this one 30-1 morning line. He's 1 for 8 lifetime, 0 for 3 in the graded ranks. He finished 5th in the Jim Dandy. Seems up against it from a class standpoint. And your final entrant, number 10, Mr. Speaker for trainer Shug McGahee, 10-1 morning line. Seems a little bit interesting. He won the Belmont Derby at 10 furlongs. The 2nd place finisher, Adelaide, came back and won the Grade 1 Secretariat at Arlington Park last weekend on turf. This one is versatile. He has won going wire to wire. He's won stalking the pace. He's won closing. He's won on synthetic and turf. So he's a multiple graded stakes winner. Dirt's the main question. He didn't run well on his lone dirt start in the Holy Bull at Gulfstream Park. I don't know what kind of style they're going to employ here, but he's bred for the distance. Pulpit out of an unbridled dam. So I think that this one for sure can get the distance. 5 local dirt works. They're trying to get him to run well on dirt. He's got that outside post. Maybe he'll stalk the pace. I'm not sure what style, as I said, that they're going to use, but he is a little bit interesting if he can handle the dirt track, and probably one you could throw into your trifectas and superfectas. This is how I suggest playing this race. We're going to make a $20 win wager on Wicked Strong. We're going to play a $10 exacta box with Tonalist and Wicked Strong. We're going to try to beat Bayern. Like I said, if you are playing trifectas and superfectas, consider using Charge Now on number 3, VE Day, the 4, and then 10, Mr. Speaker. I think they're interesting horses underneath. You can follow Horse Racing Nation on Twitter, like us on Facebook. If you go over to DerbyWars.com, we have a big $20,000 game on Saturday, August 23rd for the Travers Day. We also have a $100,000 game coming up August 31st, September 1st. So go over to DerbyWars.com for more details. You can go over to Pick6blog.com to see my free Pick 6 and late Pick 4 selections from Saratoga on Travers Day. And that'll wrap up this week's video. Good luck at the races.